Hello, everyone. My name is Dr. Craig Kazemski, and I'm the Associate Vice President of Research and Interim Dean of the School of Business at MacEwan University. I would like to welcome everyone to tonight's event to celebrate the 2021 Allard Chair in Business and the unveiling of the renovated Allard Honor Wall. I would like to begin this event by acknowledging that the land on which we gather in Treaty 6 territory is the traditional gathering place for many Indigenous people. We honor and respect the history, languages, ceremonies, and culture of the First Nations, Métis, and Inuit who call this territory home. The First Peoples' connection to the earth teaches us about our inherent responsibility to protect and respect Mother Earth. With this land acknowledgement, we honor the ancestors and children who have been buried here, the missing and murdered Indigenous women and men, and the ongoing collective healing for all human beings. We are reminded that we are all treaty people and the responsibility that we have to one another. So again, welcome. This year, of course, MacEwan is celebrating our 50th anniversary. Our recently launched 2030 strategic vision talks about perpetual motion, and there is no doubt MacEwan has changed a lot in 50 years. But even in complex moving systems, there are some things that have not changed. For MacEwan University, our connection to community has always been a part of us. Over the years, we have connected with our surrounding communities in many ways. And amidst change and motion, one of the things that I really like about post-secondary institutions, I think the main reason I've spent my entire career in it, is we provide a source of societal continuity. And there's different ways that we provide continuity. One way is through structures. Growing up in Edmonton, I think of the Orange Building on 156th Street. That building was structural continuity for a long time, and it was part of MacEwan through the development of the City Centre campus to our transition from a college to a university. But when we think of continuity, we think of community, we more often think about people. And tonight we're here to celebrate the 35th Allard Chair in Business and the unveiling of the renovated Allard Honor Wall. In doing so, we will celebrate some remarkable people and continuity builders in our community, including our past Allard Chairs in Business, and of course, the remarkable Dr. Charles Allard, whose legacy is why we're gathered here tonight. For the past 34 years, the Allard Chair in Business has been a source of continuity in the School of Business. It has given the school a connection to community and given students a chance to interact and learn from prominent business leaders. Our 2030 strategic vision has a section on trendsetters and trend breakers, and tonight we're going to hear a lot about both of those things. Again, welcome to MacEwan University and tonight's event to celebrate the 35th Allard Chair in Business and the unveiling of the renovated Allard Honor Wall. I would now like to ask Indigenous Knowledge Keeper Cynthia Jim to formally open our event with an Indigenous ceremony. The protocol of sweetgrass has been sent to Indigenous Knowledge Keeper Cynthia Jim previously, as she could not be here in person, but she will be doing a virtual ceremony to open our event.
Hi, thank you for having me here today to offer up a prayer of gratitude and prayer to honor all the past Allard Chairs of Business, as well as the 35th one, Cameron Nakvi. It's such a true honor to fuse beautiful relationships, and I'd like to do that through singing a grandmother's prayer song. What this song does is it really sends light and love of health, of happiness, of humbleness, forgiveness, honesty, understanding, kindness, patience, love, and the determinations to teach our next generations the beauty of these beautiful principles and values. My congratulations to the past Allard Chairs and also to the brand new one of 35th Allard Chair of Business, Cameron Nakvi. So here goes the song, grandmother's song. Nutuku atayu kan ketse wate sen. Nutuku atayu kan temageno hoinan. Sawi minanyao hiyo. Nutuku atayu kan kitse wate sen. Nutuku atayu kan temageno hoinan. sawi me na no hi no tuku atayu kan kiche wate sen no tuku atayu kan temage no howi na sawi me na no hi. Again, congratulations, and I send that prayer out to each and every one of you, sending light and love from my ancestors to yours. I thank you, Kokshim Haichka Ai Hai.
Thank you, Dean Kosminski, and thank you again, Cynthia Jim. Thank you to all who have joined us today to celebrate the 35th Allard Chair in Business. When Dr. Allard created this chair more than 3 decades ago, his vision was to create more than a position. It was to create a unique opportunity that would give students, faculty, and staff the chance to meet one-on-one with an experienced business leader, a person who could be a role model to learners, a person like Cameron Nakvi. Dr. Allard's vision was the catalyst for a partnership that continues to contribute to the unique academic experience MacEwan provides its students. The mission of the School of Business is to help transform our students, to help them realize their ambition to be entrepreneurs and business leaders who anticipate trends and create solutions. Engaging experts in the business community is a key part of making that vision a reality. Thanks to our community partnerships, we can offer students a place where they can learn directly from such community leaders, and our faculty can directly engage with business people working in the field. Collaborative partnerships like these, where community and scholarship meet, build a supportive ecosystem of diverse perspectives that allow new and different ideas to emerge. With our new strategic vision, Teaching Greatness, we are looking to build on successful collaborations such as the Allard Chair in Business. The history of this project stands as a strong example of how we want to continue to connect community and classroom experiences. For over 3 decades, the Allard Chair has provided a real-world perspective to our students and been an important resource for our faculty. Today, we're fortunate to celebrate Cameron Nakvi, whom we are excited to have hold the Allard Chair during MacEwan University's 50th anniversary year. We are excited as well to share with you our reimagined Allard Chair in Business Honor Wall. The expansion of the Allard Wall creates space for the names of 10 future Allard Chairs, and we are excited for new partnerships and opportunities to emerge as we explore boundless possibilities through the pursuit of our new strategic vision. I'd like to end by thanking the Allard family for their continued support in creating an innovative learning environment here at MacEwan. We will now hear from Mayor Amarjeet Sohi and then from the Minister of Advanced Education, Demetrios Nikolaides, whose comments were recorded previously.
All right. First of all, hello everyone, and thank you so much for inviting me to be part of this great ceremony. And I am obviously joining you virtually. I wish I was there with you, but because of the COVID restrictions, I couldn't be there. But I do want to obviously start by acknowledging that I am speaking with you from Treaty 6 territory, and this land acknowledgement is much, much deeper for me as an immigrant to this place and who've been able to come here, build my life here, now lead our city as your mayor. So it's very important. And also, as a former instructor at MacEwan University, I am absolutely honored to help celebrate the 35th Allard chair and in the business recipient, someone who's very close to me, a dear friend, Cameron Neckby. But I do want to start by acknowledging the contribution of the Allard family to Edmonton, to McCune University, and what they have done by creating this chair, and the contributions they have made in investing in students and the mentorship that this chair provides. There's so much passion in Edmontonians, and when I think about Cameron, I think about his family. I think about his dad, who is a dear friend as well, and who, just like me, came to this this city as an immigrant, built his life here, and now they're giving back as a family. And Cameron is it's someone that I have always looked up to, in a way that whenever I needed to figure out my connection to the business community, whenever I needed to consult with the business community, I always reached out to Cameron, and he's well connected into that that sector. I'm pretty sure he's going to bring that knowledge and expertise and those connections to enrich the School of Business at McCune University, and make sure that that he's able to be there for kids and students and provide them mentorship. One of the biggest strengths of Cameron is his relationship building. I have known that, I have experienced that, and I have benefited from his relationship building. He's not only a developer in our city, but he's also a community builder. The work that he has done in number of volunteer positions that he held, and the work that he has done in supporting organizations like Habitats for Humanity, for example, or his support for a number of community-based organizations that are doing a lot of humanitarian work, not only in Edmonton or Alberta, but beyond our own province and our own country. So, you couldn't have selected a better person to be the chair and to the recipient. So, Cameron, congratulations to you, and congratulations to everyone else at the McCune University. I wish you all the best and look forward to working with you. And McCune University has ambitious plans, and I'm pretty sure your connections to the business community will help them with fundraising for their ambitious plans as well. So, thank you for taking on this role, and thank you, McCune, for selecting a dear friend of mine to be being the chair. And once again, congratulations to all of you, and look forward to seeing you in person soon.
Thank you, Dr. Trimby, for inviting me to deliver some remarks today. First, I would just like to say how great it is to see McCune University advance their new strategic vision of teaching greatness, a plan that I believe aligns very closely with the Alberta 2030 plan that the government of Alberta has developed as well. I think we're all united in our effort to equip our students with the skills, knowledge, and competencies they need to succeed in their lifelong pursuits. We want to nurture talent and innovation to become a global leader among post-secondary institutions. And that is why it is so great to see institutions like McCune creating a plan for a new School of Business building to create greater opportunities for Albertans. Now I'm joining you by video to, of course, announce the newest recipient of the Allard Chair in Business. For over 3 decades, this honor has recognized distinguished business persons and community leaders who act as a role model to students and faculty. One must possess exceptional business acumen, remarkable leadership skills, while making significant contributions to their community. And with that, it is my great pleasure to announce the newest appointment to the Allard Chair, Cameron Neckby, President of Cameron Development Corporation. Along with this honor, there will also be the unveiling of the newly renovated Allard Chair in the Business Honor Wall. Congratulations again to Mr. Neckby, and I look forward to seeing McCune continue to carry out their strategic vision for the benefit of all Albertans. Congratulations, and thank you.
So it's now my pleasure to introduce Mr. Cameron Nakfi, our 35th Allard Chair in Business. I always think of MacEwan as builders. I think of ourselves as builders, and we contribute to building communities, we contribute to nurturing talent, to try to help people achieve all they can given their individual gifts and their lived experiences. And when I first talked to Cameron, about becoming the Allard Chair before he actually agreed to do it, the first thing that struck me was what a remarkable builder he is. His family corporation, Cameron Corporation, has provided a lot of continuity in our city by having built many of the structures in our communities, be it for where we live, where we shop, where our kids play, where our kids engage socially. But more important is that Cameron and his family have also done so much to enrich the lives of the people in these communities. And, a community builder who really focuses on people and knows that building starts with people, I think is just the perfect Allard Chair in Business. And I'm very pleased to present the 35th Allard Chair in Business, Mr. Cameron Nakfi. Cameron could not be here in person tonight, but he will be delivering a virtual address.
Great, thank you very much, Craig. Good evening, everyone. Before I start, I'd just like to pass on my apologies for not being able to attend in person. Unfortunately, like many others these days, myself and my family came down and they're just recovering from COVID. So that's the reason for me not being there. So I apologize. I was looking forward to seeing and meeting everybody, particularly our friends, the Allards that are there. It's indeed an honor, obviously, to be put in this position. Before I start, I actually was looking at, in anticipation of this event, I haven't worn a suit in a while, so I went to try on my favorite suit and realized that although the top portion fit, the bottom portion didn't fit. And so I'm actually quite thankful that this is a virtual event because my suit pants, I wouldn't be able to wear my suit pants today. And I am actually wearing pants, which is good, but not the pants that match my top. But I'm taking action and I have downloaded the new map, so I'm looking forward to hopefully losing some weight. It's a sincere honor and privilege to be selected as MacEwan's 35th Annual Chair in Business. I've always believed that this esteemed role was reserved for the more older, seasoned, veteran business people in our community. Then I realized, wow, that older, seasoned veteran guy is you. And how time flies, we think of ourselves as being, still so young. I'm humbled to follow in the footsteps of my predecessors in this role, many of whom I've had the pleasure to work with and learn from over the course of my career. People like Irv Kipnis, who was our partner and we worked with in developing much of the Wyndham area of the city. Robert Rosen, a mentor and friend, a close family friend of our family. Simon O'Byrne, who I've known since we were teenagers and worked on several planning and zoning projects throughout the city. I'd also like to acknowledge Nassim Bashir and the previous Allard Chairs of Business for their outstanding contribution to the city. I'd especially like to acknowledge the Allard family and the immense impact they've had on our community and our family. We're fortunate to personally know the Allard family, and I can tell you that they've had a tremendous influence on us and our success. It's a big part of why I'm standing here with you today. Going back, my dad, Jerry, actually worked for Dr. Allard, who hired him in 1973 at Dr. Allard's firm, Allard Developments. At the time, my dad was a young immigrant who came here from Canada, from Pakistan, to further his education in electrical engineering. The good doctor took a chance on this dark-skinned young man with an East Indian accent and a strong stutter. I don't think there are too many people that would have taken a chance on someone like that back in those days, and it's a reflection of the integrity and noble character of the man that this business school is named after. A man of principles, patience, and passion is how our dad refers to Dr. Allard. Our dad was a workaholic who would bring me and my older sister to the office on the weekends so that we could catch up. So he said he'd catch up on work. And usually Dr. Allard would be there. And I remember he would often come into my dad's office to talk with him. And he would end up taking me and my sister down the hall to get us a pop and ask us what we wanted. And we'd always reply, Coke, please. It's amazing to still remember those details after 40 years. Dr. Allard and his son Cameron, my dad's mentors, and according to my dad, they taught him everything he knows about business and real estate. Quite often, our dad will bring up Dr. Allard and think what he was saying or do in a particular situation. In fact, our company core values, honesty, integrity, and hard work, can be traced back to the experience in working for the Allards. I think that's what makes being the MacEwan Chair in Business so special for me and our family. It's an opportunity to represent the family and institution that have done so much for this city and to build upon the foundation that they've laid down for all of us. I've been asked to tell you a little bit about myself, so I'll do my best to be brief. So my first job started when I was 7 years old, working on my uncle's farm near Barhead, picking rocks from the fields. I didn't know it at the time, but picking rocks is an endless job. I worked there for more weekends and summers, for most weekends and summers till I was 17. And I loved that time. I loved my time on the farm. Another job I had was delivering the Edmonton Examiners. I'm not sure if many of you remember that publication, but it was in print. It was a newspaper, a community newspaper that was actually printed on paper and hand delivered to each house. I realized shortly after taking this job that I chose the wrong route that had the longest driveways and widest yards. So it took me more than double the amount of time to deliver papers than the normal route. Not the best ROI on the square footage, that's for sure. While growing up in the family company, we spent a lot of time at my dad's office, at the time which consisted of my mom, my dad, and one accountant. It was a true mom and pop shop. When I was 13, my dad started bringing me into meetings to sit, listen, and observe. I vividly remember sitting in one particular meeting with my dad, Cam Allard, and their architect, Rick Arndt. They were reviewing a site plan and building elevations for a new shopping center they were working on developing. It was after this particular meeting that I realized that I wanted to do what they do and build things. After graduating from NAIT's construction engineering program, I applied to the US to attend the Delhi Webb School of Construction, where I graduated with a Bachelor of Science in Construction Engineering. After graduating, I decided to pursue my career in real estate and was fortunate enough to get hired as a real estate representative for Safeway out of their Arizona office. After working in the US for a while and meeting my future wife, I moved back to Edmonton to work with my dad and older sister in the family real estate development business. At the time, they just completed the first 2 anchor tenant deals, Home Depot and Walmart at South Edmonton Common. They were the first 2 major tenants to open there in 1998. Working on this project gave us an incredible amount of knowledge that paved the path for me and our family business to grow and flourish. I started to get involved in local industry groups such as the Edmonton Chamber of Commerce and the Urban Development Institute. I also joined business groups like Entrepreneurs Organization and YPO, which helped to elevate my business acumen tremendously and forge lifelong relationships with some of the most brilliant-minded business people in Edmonton. Edmonton is one of the greatest cities in North America, which has an incredible sense of community. And MacEwan University has been a big part of building this community for many years. In commercial real estate, we often talk about anchor tenant, which is a tenant that has high value and prestige, brings people in and creates overall benefits for all others in the property. It also helps to give the center its identity. Well, that's what MacEwan University is for Edmonton, a respected post-secondary institution that brings large numbers of talented students and staff from all over the world to the heart of the city. It shapes people into industry leaders, strengthens the economy, and overall increases our quality of life. We're extremely fortunate to have MacEwan University be a major anchor tenant for our downtown and for our city. I'm incredibly excited for this opportunity to be the Allard Chair in Business, and I'm particularly excited to meet the young creative minds of this next generation to understand their goals and aspirations. I'm planning on being open and frank about my successes and my failures, and hopefully provide some insight into this exciting business of real estate, which I love. I look forward to meeting and interacting with the students and faculty and sharing things that I've learned in my career in business that will hopefully help them and theirs. I have no doubt the next generation will be positive guiding forces for the future. And thank you very much for this opportunity and for your time today.
Thank you very much, Cameron, for that address. And if you would have been here in person, I'd now be handing you the actual award for the Allard Chair in Business, and I will make sure we get that to you during our first in-person meeting, and I really look forward to working with you. So we will now have a 10-minute musical interlude that will feature the wonderful music of the MacEwan Big Band, directed by Professor Ray Bree. And during the musical interlude, there will also be a video tribute to the 34 previous Allard Chairs in Business.
Today we celebrate the appointment of Cameron Nakvi as MacEwan University's 35th Dr. Charles Allard Chair in Business. The Allard Chair in Business, in partnership with the Allard Foundation, is the realization of Dr. Charles Allard's vision to recognize a distinguished business person and community leader, and to provide students and faculty members of MacEwan's School of Business an opportunity to have meaningful dialogue with that person. As MacEwan University celebrates its 50th anniversary, we look back at the past 34 Allard Chairs in Business and acknowledge their significant and meaningful contribution to MacEwan University and their legacy in our communities.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Hello, I am incredibly honored to be here with the Allard family to celebrate. With me, I have Paul Allard, Beth Allard, Brad, and their son Keaton, who just happens to be a MacEwan University student. No pressure at all. I would like to thank Cynthia for the grandmother prayer song at the beginning, and I would like to congratulate Cameron Nakvi. I think he's a great choice. He speaks with humility and humor. He is a builder, and it's nice to know that anchor tenant is a good thing, because sometimes it sounds like you're holding people back, but MacEwan is really excited to take our place downtown. I want to thank the members of the Faculty of Fine Arts and all who contributed to that wonderful video. It's always a delight to see the MacEwan University Big Band perform. Thanks to Raymond Barry, who has provided fantastic leadership and direction for the big band, and to all of our talented students. This flagship ensemble of our Department of Music is in its 47th year, nearly matching our 50 years as an institution. I'd like to thank all of our Allard chairs in business over the years for their continuing contributions to our community. Our faculty and students benefit greatly from the expertise of our community partners. Having experienced business leaders spend time with our faculty and students is a real gift. You've heard about MacEwan's new strategic vision. I like that the mayor referred to it as ambitious. I like that Minister Nicolaides shared just how aligned we are with government's efforts to nurture talent and innovation. We want to make sure our students are equipped for their future, for their successes, and we like that we are known for doing, facilitated by our partnerships with community. A couple of words about Dr. Allard. You know, first of all, this wall, it's pretty fantastic. It's pretty fancy. I like the wood. I like the pictures. I like the stories about each and every chair. I like that we have room to grow and expand. Dr. Allard has been referred to as the good doctor. He definitely was a thought leader who tested boundaries and set an example for our community to aspire to. He demonstrated the interconnectedness of the business world and community as someone who was certainly not afraid to explore careers in new fields. A surgeon, an entrepreneur, a broadcaster, and a philanthropist, he demonstrated that we do not need to be limited in our pursuits. We are grateful for his vision of philanthropy and how that has impacted MacEwan to develop a culture of mentorship through the Allard Chair. And the Allard Chairs throughout the years have upheld Dr. Allard's vision to give students and faculty an opportunity to meet experienced role models and entrepreneurs who've explored new paths. MacEwan, our students, faculty, and alumni will continue to benefit from the contributions of Dr. Allard and his family. Thank you very much for your commitment to education, the arts, business, and community, evident across our city. And of course, thank you for your gift for the transformational support for the beautiful Allard Hall. So please join me, everybody, here in person and afar, for thanking the Allard family, for acknowledging Dr. Cameron Nakvi and all of our Allard chairs of business over 35 years. What a phenomenal legacy. Thank you.
So thank you again, everyone, for coming out to this special event to celebrate the past, present, and future of the Allard Chair in Business. I'd especially like to thank the Allard family members in attendance here tonight, as well as to thank the Allard family again for their ongoing contributions to the School of Business, MacEwan University, and the broader community in Edmonton. In this year of MacEwan University's 50th anniversary, when we look back at what we've accomplished, it really is quite remarkable. And I think this beautiful new wall, I think, really showcases, a lot of some of those remarkable accomplishments. But I like that we also heard a lot tonight, be it from President Trimby or the Provost or from the Mayor and certainly from Cameron himself about the future. I think we've got a lot of great opportunities where we're headed. I always like to tell people, if you think the past was great, you should just see us now. And I think we all have a real bright future ahead of us. So thank you again for coming out tonight. Stay safe and please look out for one another. Good night.